All right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. As you see, we got cloudy skies. It's kind of cool this morning, chilly. People walking around with jackets. But it won't last long. I think it's only for like a week or something, and then it warms back up. Enjoy the beautiful sounds of the birds. I kind of slept in a little bit today. It's kind of weird. Good morning, Miss Debbie. How's things going with you this morning? I think I got something in the apartment again. I'm starting to think the stuff they say, don't let people into your house. They could drop off things, maybe. There might be truth to that. Your morning's going good. Good. I'm having some coffee. I actually got some dark roast, generic coffee. So I'm having that so I'm not all wired the whole day. Drinking some dark roast this morning. I mean, I imagine dark roast coffee still gets you a little bit like regular coffee, right? Get you up and moving. Just not as much as regular coffee. Yeah, I like, sometimes I like cloudy days, right? Cloudy, chilly days, you shut the door, turn the TV on, the heater, and you recruit to your own little surroundings. What to do today? I don't know. I'm going to refill my coffee. Yes, get your heaters going, test them out to make sure they're running. Make sure you test all your heaters and won't be long. I think Miss Debbie Fox said winter is coming. Last night, I think she said winter's coming, whether they like it or not. So maybe Debbie says it's too hot. Ah, excuse me. Well, where you are, it's too hot. Here, it was 40 something degrees this morning, low 40s. We're up here in the upper peninsulas of the Great Lakes. Give me some cookie. It is coming, but not right now. Not yet. Soon, she said. Well, we're going to get ready around here at this on this channel for winter. Like I said, there's a couple more things I need to do to my car, and I need to run a bead of silicone around the bead board of the apartment to keep out that cold wind. Bead of silicone at the bottom of the door here, and I think I'm pretty much ready for winter. Well, of course, I'll have to help my mother out at her house before winter and cut down her plants and get her all ready. Yeah, I guess they caught old Frankie boy and his family or something. Stealing when they should have been hiding. Who's Frankie boy? Oh, it's just some dude. I got wind that everybody from back home is all pissed off. A couple of people, and uh, the reason they're pissed off is because they used my deal. I do want to thank Mr. Trump for letting them people know that they tried to make a grab for the money. And everybody knows I work hard for my money. So hard for my money. I work hard for my money. I wish these people would have treated me right. She works hard for her money. She works hard for her money. She works hard for her money, but she never gets it right. Yeah, I got a lot of money. I had no idea. I always thought I was somebody. You know, I always felt out of place when I was younger, right? I was like the only one in town with blonde hair and tan as a kid. Right? I had no idea. Nobody knew. I didn't even know. I had no idea. But here's the thing: the government's going, did Trump help you? Or was he one of the people that were stealing your quadrillion, goddillion, quintillion cuckoos of money? And I don't know. I don't know. It's like a 50-50 thing. I'm not sure. Let me see what Debbie's saying. You, Denny, have any money? Don't. Who are you listening to now? Don't you worry about it, but you best have my money. You best have my money too, because your name was on the list. Dun, dun, dun. The list. All she's talks about is money. I don't know. Oh, she thinks, little Debbie Fox thinks I'm listening to the tarot card readers. But Debbie don't realize that I've been on YouTube for over 15 years. And before Debbie came along, I was telling people I'm somebody. And she said, stupid idiots. She cracks me up. She cracks me up. That's what she's saying. They're stupid, idiot tarot card readers. Let me tell you something. I worked hard for my money. So hard for my money. I worked hard for my money, and I had a disability my whole life. I work hard for my money. So hard, ain't it funny? Debbie, I can't believe it's still that hot by you. Where are you at? You in the Bahamas or something? They should be getting cold by you, woman. She's saying it's not cold at all. It's still hot by her. Well, you know what, Debbie? When you look that beautiful and have a body that's so rocking, when you go outside, the snow melts. When you go into grocery stores, the frozen section starts melting, and they have to escort you out of the frozen section. So it's probably still warm down there by you, but up here it's cold. North Carolina, Johnny, is the mountains. Oh, she's up in the mountains. That explains why it's still warm out there, because she's closer to the sun than we are, being she's on a mountain. I love this country. Of course, I'm going to change it all back to the way it was back in the olden days when it was safer. But now I'm just going to continue on our journey, our quest, our, I don't know, whatever they call it. I don't know. Debbie, did you hear North Carolina? North Carolina is radioactive from that stupid flood. Yeah, I was shocked too. What do you mean radioactive? Debbie's probably got 6 toes and 7 arms, 5 breasts, and 3 vaginas. I hope. We can only hope that women evolved that much. She's like an alien lady. I wouldn't doubt it if she could be alien. Let me see if she understands what I'm saying. And she says, good, maybe the aliens will come. So she's part alien. And that explains why she's always looking for a frozen hot dog. Whenever something goes bad, right away, she's the first one. Get out the frozen hot dogs. I guess these things or whatever, these aliens are, ghost spirits, whatever, like frozen hot dogs. They're probably demonic demons or something. You know, these people keep saying your parents did it. I don't think the parents did it. I think they were possessed. I think they were possessed or spelled by somebody. That's what I'm thinking. A warlock or witch or something spelled them. And that's what's wrong with them. Or they're being possessed by some kind of demon. That's what it is. They don't want to admit it. People in general, Debbie, you know YouTube. You're like me. You're like, YouTube is just so crazy. People come up with stuff, and that's pretty much what it is. Just a bunch of stuff. Who are all these pieces, Miss Debbie Fox says, who are all these people without faces? I don't know. I'll have to get a hold of Billy Idol. I'll have to get a hold of Billy and see what he says. Because he wrote that song, Eyes Without a Face. And that explains everything, really. But I remember back in the 80s, I changed the lyrics to that song that Billy wrote, Eyes Without a Face. And I turned it around and wrote a second copy of that song, Her Thighs Around My Face. Yeah, that didn't go over too good. They're like, we'll just stick with Mr. Billy Idol's lyrics. I'm like, all right. I feel so alone. You call me on the phone to see if I'm home. And you wrapped your thighs around my face. And I think it's okay. I hope you took a shower today. And that was a great song. It was climbing the charts, but then they pulled the lyrics. Debbie says they come up with so much crap. But is it crap, Debbie? Or are these people actually getting consciences and they're coming clean? Yes, Mr. Kramer, they stole quadrillions of dollars from you. You ain't even Mr. Kramer. You're Led Zeppelin. Oh my God, no. Yes. You're the love child of the whole band. I knew it. I knew it. And you're also a love child of all the rock bands and all the great actors. And I knew it because I was born at that age when they were doing test tube experiments. Embryo linkage. They were doing embryo linkage back then. Some people say I might even be related to the forefathers and the highest of all high of kings, the great Jesus Christ, Almighty, King of kings. It wouldn't shock me. It wouldn't shock me. But now it's time to say goodbye to all these bad actors that stole quadrillions from me. And we're trying to see if there's any connection with them and the White House or any government or anything, because then we're going to want our money. I'm sorry. I have to pull the plug on all your equipment. I've been so abused. They tortured us, yes, to try and kill us. Let me see what Debbie's saying. They come with so much crap. I just don't believe anyone anymore on this YouTube. I don't either. The proof is in the pile of money, which I hope you folks start dropping off at my front door. Whole community's in on it. And now you, Miss Fox. Out of them all, I thought, finally I found somebody. Little did I know that she was part alien. 8 arms, 5 breasts, 3 vaginas, and 6 legs. You don't have any money. No, not yet, but it's coming. And the sting went beautifully because once people found out I had money, they all came out of the woodwork. They all came out of the woodwork. It was a great sting. It went beautifully. It went beautifully. What a sting. Let me see what Debbie's saying. Oh. I used to pretend I was adopted so I wouldn't have to claim being poor, but get used to it. You are too. No, I'm not poor, Deb. I am not poor at all. I'm one of the richest men, if not one of the richest men on earth now. And I got a lot of work to do. We're going to start creating homes for people. We're going to tear down the banks. We're going to make it where every person will be able to get a loan from a bank. We're going to drop the prices of the houses because they just ain't worth it. And they're trying to set us into a real estate crash. Why? So the banks get bailed out. See, it's a racket, folks. We tried to tell you that. Government's flipping out. Everyone's flipping out. We're like, it's over. The alien ship is coming. We're going to zap your brains out. Completely. Let me see what Debbie says. I will tell you the truth, unlike your sticky note lady. Well, then you should have told me that I'm loaded with a lot of money and I'm related to Led Zeppelin and all the rock bands, Aerosmith, everyone. Metallica, Megadeth, everybody. They should have told me that, but they didn't. Yeah, and that's another thing. I'm pissed at Mustaine. Mustaine was on YouTube talking about his dad, John, right? Everybody thinks I'm some kind of an alcoholic. I'm like, Dave Mustaine's dad, how old is Dave Mustaine? I'm only in my 50s. Yeah, Dave Mustaine is only a year older than me or a year younger than me. I don't think I can be his dad, so get off my back, idiots. Let me see. I was related to Ozzy. No, I didn't. Yeah, well, he didn't want anybody. I don't blame him. I'm an idiot, so I was that family member he kept hidden in the dark closet. Ozzy was your dad too? Oh my God, we're brother and sister. This is horrible. Like 60, close to 70. Who is Deb? Who's 60 or close to 70? Oh, Mustaine? Yeah. Cobain was only a year uh, older than me. Or no, he was a year younger than me, I think. I feel so alone. To call me on the phone. To tell me you're alone. It's easy to be me. One more diamond ring will bring a monkey. Yeah, he's 63. He's older than me. He's like 4 or 5 years older than me. And everybody knows you can't have a camel toe. I feel so unsure to lick my gonads and stick 'em to a wall. Yeah, they're only a couple years older than you, Debbie. They're not that old. Debbie said the rockers are getting old. Oh, what a beautiful day out. I might put some sweatpants on. It's a little nippy out today. One more diamond ring. Now, you folks make sure you get your snow throwers going. Make sure them start. Make sure you got your snow shovel dug out. Before you know it, it'll be here. What are we at? We're just about into September. And then we go into October. Then we go into October. Well, then you've been lying the whole time, Miss Fox. And we found our culprit. It was just a matter of time before our sting. See, Miss Fox, Ernie Shell taught me so many things watching him all these years. So many things that he taught us. I think you should turn yourself in. Debbie said, I am not 60. You might be, but I'm not. Well, then you've been lying, Miss Fox, because you said you're only a year older or younger than me. So therefore, you yourself have lied, and it explains everything, Kenny K. Send her to Kenny K. Yeah, well, we'll be looking for more people. It's just a matter of time. Debbie said, I am not 60. Well, you're close to it. You said you were only a year younger than me. No, you're close to it. I don't know what you're saying. I'm not 60. It's easy to believe in madness, don't you see? No, we aren't. Oh, no, we're not. I'm in my 50s, low 40s, I think. I quit counting after 30. So I could be only like 32 and I wouldn't know it. I wouldn't know it, right? Because they laid hands on me. And because they laid hands on me, it made me look older than what I was. And I'm only in my 30s. He would be 3 years older than us. Kurt Cobain was born in 67. Yeah. I was born in 68. I was in between both of the goofballs. I was in between 67 and 69. I mean, they were battling. I was in the middle of the mess. I was right in the middle of the war. Baby, I want you to love me the way that I love you, the way it should be. Well, if we learned anything from Mr. Ernie Shell all these years watching him is how to throw on the bull crap. Now that I'll be taking over this country and all the branches of the government, 27 I think there are, and the IRS and everything, I think things are going to change around here. Debbie, I am also running for governor of every state in the USA. And I also am running for president and top general of the United States. I'm running for all of them. Ernie is going to jail, maybe prison this time. I doubt it. For one, he's already left the hospital. That fast. Gone. You ain't never going to catch him. They ain't ever going to catch him. He'll escape every time. I do believe he could be related to Houdini. Well, my little fox thinks that Ernie's going to jail. Yeah, right. With a Tom down liver and 58 broken ribs. Nah. Well, he broke every single rib in his body. He broke his spinal cord and crushed his hips. But yet, that day he was up walking, and the doctors were like, "Oh my God, how are you doing this?" And that's when Ernie said, "My serum, my tiger serum." And he made these doctors inject him with it, right? So he can show the doctors how good the serum worked. And 1 minute he was yellow. They injected him with serum. And boom, he wasn't yellow no more. So he's showing the whole world. And you can't, damn it, he's got lacerations to the liver. He should be dead, but the doctors, Guinness Book of World Records called this morning. No one with 2 lacerations to the liver and zombie ribs. That's what he said. His ribs look like zombies. You can see the bones through them and the lung actually breathing. Have survived. And that is enough to get him into the Book of World Records. Let me see what Debbie's saying. He was waiting for the cops, standing up, and then runs. Okay, who believes that crap? so stupid. Well, the more stupid it is, the more stupider it does. And everyone knows right now, stupid makes money. Yes. Being stupid makes money on YouTube. Oh, what a beautiful morning, Debbie. It would only be, could it be better? Sure, it could be better. Miss Debbie could be sitting here on my lap having a coffee with me. But that ain't ever going to happen, is it, Miss Fox? No. So I could dream. If I could dream the impossible dream, she'd be on my love couch, having coffee with me. Oh, baby, why can't you be sitting on my lap, having coffee? Yeah. Let me see what Daddy said. I just not ignorant person. I don't believe a word they say, or she says, or they say. With whole YouTube is nothing but a bunch of lies. Bravo. Bravo. I couldn't have said it better, but that's what this whole world is an imagination. It's just the whole world's a movie. Let me see what else it said. Griff and all them are missing still. I don't think Griff changed his name. I think he's missing. I think Ernie got to him. Ernie wasn't joking around. He was looking for all of them. I think Ernie got him, Debbie. Let me see what Debbie says. And if you believe all the bleepity bleep they say, then you're just as ignorant. Well, that would go back to ignorant is as ignorant does. So we all could have been ignorant MK'd Ultra by these idiots. And I agree with Miss Fox on that. I think we're all being brainwashed. Oh, hold on a minute, folks. Yeah, so that, they thought I was dumb. I'm like, I'm related to some of the 5 families of the biggest 5 families there ever was. Papa John's, Pizza Hut, Pete's Pizza, Patilio's, and there was one more. But people didn't understand. They didn't think it. They didn't know. It took me for 40 years before I realized that I was part Italian. They were like, you're Italian. I'm like, I'm Italian? You're Italian. I'm like, how many families do I know? My God, they're like, oh my God, I don't know, many families. Oh, that's good. They all want the news first on Ernie, so they could act like some kind of rock star on something. That's exactly, they think they're rock stars. I'm only a rock star on this YouTube. You're perfectly right, Debbie. 100%. If you were here right now, I'd give you a big wet smack 'em, kiss 'em. Right on them hairy lips of yours. Big old kiss. One of them slobbery kisses. It's so, Debbie Fox says, it's so ridiculous when you talk to people on the outside of YouTube about Ernie. They don't even know him. Well, they don't want to admit that they know him. They all know him, but they'll never admit it. They'll plead the fifth. But she's right. She's probably right. Miss Fox might be right. He's a nobody, a criminal. Well, they're all saying, them country rappers and rappers now are saying Jesus was a criminal. That's what they said. Jesus was a criminal. All them country rappers and rap people now are all saying Jesus was a criminal. He was an outlaw. That's what they're saying, not me. That's what they're saying. Well, that little lady, Debbie Fox, is, boy, she's real smart. They're not going to let nothing happen to you, Debbie. Debbie, have you been, do people write you from prison? Yep, pen pal prison or whatever. You ever hear of that? These women have become friends with these prisoners. All right, Debbie, hold the ship down for a minute. I got to relieve myself of this coffee. Debbie, hold the ship down, okay? All right, thank you, Miss Fox. All right. What a great day. It's chilly out. I just put my sweatpants on, too. We got clouds, we got chili, clouds and chili. I hope somebody's got frozen hot dogs. We can have chili dogs. I don't want to jailbirds in my life. I'll get used to it. Because they're sending you one of the most craziest jailbirds ever. Ernie Shaw. Who probably escaped the hospital and is on his way to, to, to finish what he started, burying Griff, his family, and Bella, and all the rest of them. What was her name? Sabuni, whatever her name was. They're all missing. The only one left alive is Ernie Shell. He got them all. He's the most deadliest man ever on camera. I don't want jailbirds. We don't. None of us do. I got to run to the gas station before it gets too bad outside, which I don't know if we're even supposed. We're not even supposed to have rain. Literally, I checked the weather last night. It's supposed to be sunny but cool temps, and it's nothing but clouds. You want me to keep this going, Debbie, while I run to the gas station real quick, or you want to end it and maybe you'll come back? You got a busy schedule today. You got a pretty busy schedule today. I feel alone. Don't call me on the phone to tell me you're alone. What kind of woman would call a man and say she's alone? Right? It's easy to deceive. It's easy to believe and have a buttload of money. Seriously, why would you want someone in constant trouble? I don't know. Why would you? I have no idea. I don't need it. There ain't no way I want a woman that's wanted by the police or constantly causing trouble or a crab 24/7 a day. Nope. I'll pass on that. They got smart and got off BoobTube. Yeah. Yeah. Some of them stayed on YouTube but used different accounts or whatever. I think Dave was saying it's that dude Tim. I'm like, I imagine. Which Tim? Little Tim or Big Tim? I'm not sure. We all seen the Christmas Story, Scrooge or whatever it is. Really not sure which one it is. One of the Smiths somewhere out there. I know Trump don't like any of the Smiths. Nah, she's got to go see the dentist and then worky. Well, you be safe at your work tonight. You be safe out there. It's pretty dangerous out there. You be safe. But we are going to end this video. God bless America. I got to run to the gas station real quick. I got some stuff I want to do around here. I'll tell you what, I hope this weather don't change because these tomato plants, the tomatoes on them ain't even turning color yet. They're just green. So I hope we still get some good weather and then we don't get no frost. I'll have to pick these tomatoes before they're ripe. I know it's not cool. It's stupid. Well, stupid is as stupid does. And they've labeled me stupid my whole life. but somehow made them quadrillions of dollars. And of course, I work for every company. That's what's pissing off the government. They're like, you work for just about every company. I'm like, yeah, because I have a disability, and they put me on the payroll, even though I really don't work there. I have no idea that I even work for these people. But see, that company gets reimbursed from the government for hiring idiots, people with disabilities. So yes, it's true. Millions of companies claim I work for them, but I've never I've never went in one day. I had no idea I worked for Stargate. No one, I didn't know. I had no idea. I had no idea. I had no idea. Right? Why? Because they get reimbursed from the government. Money. They get tax cuts and everything. Yeah, I had no idea. I'm like, I'm retired. They're like, no, you don't. You work just about in every. You own 73 companies. I'm like, what do you mean I own? You're one of the richest men in the world. Then why am I living poor for the past 20 years? We have no idea. We don't know. It shows here you're a complete idiot. You are, but you're stupid, but so stupid. You're a genius. And I'm like, it don't make sense to me. I have a disability. This is too much for me to take in. Debbie said, Johnny, do you remember the inquiry? Yeah, the inquiry minds wants to know. The inquiry minds wants to know. Well, all right, I've done all I can do here, and we got to send all this back to the other side of the complex and that church. I guess, they told me the church stole my money and they opened up a giant church, built a church. They're funding their whole church off of my money. I'm like, oh, wait till my dad finds out about this. Wait until thy father finds out that you scum sucking leeches and the church has been stealing from me. All right, I'm going to go. I'm going to run. Let me see. I think it was the National Enquirer. Yeah. Debbie, you're probably right. You're probably right. Yeah, Debbie's right. They had the Soldier of Fortune ad in the back of the Enquirer and Hitmen for Hire. They also had freedom fighters that you could hire. I guess from what I was told, some biker gang was looking for me, and I was like, which one? What club? What club is it? We're going to find out what's going on in this sleepy little town or whatever in this country. And girls. Oh yeah, you can get call girls too. Women will write these guys and girls. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Well, that goes back to what we brought in front of Congress and Senate. Was even though they're in prison, they're still killing people from the prisons. And they were all like, it's impossible, Mr. Kramer. That just can't happen until they killed one of the congressmen from the prison. And then they were all like, holy crap, he's right. No, that's what you get when you don't listen to someone that was sent from IM to try and help these people. But there's nothing I could do now. IM is like, they're not going to listen. I was like, all right. Now, I will be back, Miss Deborah. Let me see if she said, oh my God. Oh my God is right. King of Kings, get his name right. By King of Kings. And then I found out that I'm related to the King Elvis. Read above that. Women, we're writing these guys. I think it was the National Enquirer where they had the convicts in the back. You can pen pal. Yeah, convicts for pen pals. Yeah. Oh, you're behind prison right now, and we've been talking. How'd you get the phone in prison, Debbie? Oh, your anal cavity. That explains everything. So you're behind bars right now, pen YouTubing me. How many more years do you have before we could be with each other? Or will they give you? Will they let you? Can I come visit you and we can have an intimate moment behind bars in a padded room? You're so harebrained, she said. That reminds me, I need to use my hair serum today, Debbie. Yeah, I gotta go too. I want to thank the great Miss Debbie Fox for showing up today. I want to thank everyone for watching. All glory goes to God, King of Kings. And we shall be back later on today. Got a couple things to do around here. A little bit nippy out. I like throwing hot dogs down the hallway. Oh my God, they're throwing down the hallway. Boy, that girl loves her frozen hot dogs. She loves them frozen hot dogs. God, God, God bless her, little lady. Now, you folks have a great day. I will be back here shortly. Thank Miss Debbie Fox for showing up. Folks, make sure you check out Miss ATS News channel with the Chris Watts case uh, and all these great channels and Alex Erickson and all the great channels. Now, you folks have a great day. God bless, and I shall return. Ah.